Time. Okay, so let's welcome our first lecturer of the day, Dr. Nodi B. King David, PhD, HFD, BML. He's the registrar of Awedu Business Management and Leadership Institute, Nigeria. So, this is the profile of our amazing lecturer this morning. If you want to read through, Dr. Nodi is a trailblazer in the realms of academia, leadership, and philanthropy. I think management and business should be added to that, or entrepreneurship, representing the highest standard of knowledge, service, and integrity, with 4 doctorate degrees spanning human resource management, social work, hospitality management, and public administration. He has established himself as a formidable intellectual force. His relentless pursuit of excellence continues as he embarks on a Doctor of Business Administration, DBA, in Corporate Governance and Leadership at Anna University Business School, Abuja, further deepening his expertise in corporate governance and leadership. So, I'm just going to show the slides so that you will know how amazing our Dr. King David is. And without wasting much of your time, I would like to invite him to join us and share his valuable information for today. Over to you, sir, Ambassador Dr. King David.
Yeah, thank you, Prof. Happy New Month once again.
Happy New Month.
Welcome to today's class. I think this is the 7th class we are having for this Diploma program, and I only have 2 more lectures remain.
Yes,
to
yes.
run up for the whole program.
So that you focus on the other thing. Yeah. Thank you so much.
Okay.
You okay there?
Yeah, very well. I want to share my screen.
Okay.
Is it clear?
Yes.
Can we all see?
We can see.
Great, thank you. So we are still on management, just like the course given to me, leadership and management. And so far, so good. We have gone far. Today, we're going to take it to another level, which is business level strategies, cost leadership, differentiation, and focus. One funny thing about my lectures is this. Students are very funny in nature, that once they understand a particular course, they think getting the textbook from the market or browsing online will enable them not to attend class again. But when it comes to my own, it's different, because if you like buy a complete textbook on management, I'm a researcher. You don't expect me to get something from that textbook and give it to you. No. That is why every lectures you have time with me, you will be seeing a different concept entirely, because we are living in a world that things changes. We can't be doing things the same way since 1995 or 2002 till today. So a lot of things have been changes. And that is why every time you enter or participate in my lectures, you must learn something new, different concept compared to what you have seen so far. So today we're going to take it to another dimension: business level strategies, cost leadership, differentiation, and focus. In a brief introduction, is a business level strategy is the way a company competes in a particular market. It is the way a company, an organization compete in a particular market. It's like a football match. How you play to win and beat your competitors. That is what we mean by a business level strategy. Having a football match, maybe Man United, Man U, Chelsea, and whatsoever, the two clubs coming to play football together, you can see every parties will ensure that they put in their effort just to ensure that their own party or their own club win the ball. So that is a business level strategy. It is the way a company competes in the particular market. In a simple words, it's like, how do you make your product or services more attractive to customers than others? That is a business level strategy. How you make your product, your services more valuable than others. How you make your items, even as an individual, how do you make yourself more valuable, more unique compared to your colleagues and others? That is a business level strategy. How can you improve and advance in your organizations compared to others? That is a business level strategy. How can I elevate my business from a normal shop to maybe a big supermarket? It's a business level strategy. It's like competing with others to ensure that you win. All your focus is you have to beat your opponent, beat your competitors. Talking about a business level strategy, we'll be looking at three things, which is the cost leadership, differentiation, and focus. Let's look at it one after the other. Cost leadership strategy. What does that mean? This is when a company tries to be the cheapest producer in its industry. The goal is to sell at lower prices than competitors and still make profit. Please take note. When we're looking at cost leadership strategy, it is a process whereby a company tries to sell their product in the very cheapest way, in a low price. Note, the goal of that company is to ensure that they sell it in a low price, sell it in a high quantity, and still make their profit. So even when they fix their price of product very cheap or low, they still have a little profit they're making. Not that they're running loss, no, they're making a profit. We call it a cost leadership strategy. The key idea about this is be cheap, but sell more. Please take note. Be cheap, but sell more. That means your product, you're selling it in affordable price where everyone can afford to buy. But by so doing, you are selling more and you're making a profit. Now, today, the problem I'm having with a lot of business people is because we are so minded of profit orientation, in the sense that if someone buy a biro, which is one biro pen at the rate of 200 naira, maybe $1 or $2, you will see that the same person want to sell the same biro pen at the rate of 400 naira, like make it times 2 of profit of what he or she bought the same biro pen. And that is why you get to some supermarket or some shop today, you will see a particular product or goods that have been there for the past 8 years. What for? What for? Because they're profit oriented. They just want to make profit higher than what they bought. How will you buy something maybe 100 naira and want to sell a particular product at the rate of 300 naira? You want to make times 2 of the profit. That is not cost leadership strategy. You already make your product to be stagnant in a particular shop, and people might not really like to patronize you. So when you try to talk about cost leadership strategy, you're looking at a situation whereby those products, you sell them out in auction price. You might call it any title you might call it, but market them out in a lower price in such a way that you will still make a profit. Some supermarket today, if you enter supermarket, you see that the carton of needles already expired. They don't know because of the high price they fix. You enter some supermarket, you see a lot of product, goods already expired, a lot of expiring product. And when those products expire, they will not look for a particular organization, so orphanage they want to donate, or maybe they want to look for who they're going to give for auction price when they know those items already expired. That is wrong. So when it comes to cost leadership strategy, give out those products in the cheapest rate while you still make a profit. Even if it takes you to just earn 50 naira on top of the product, get the 50 naira again and still go to market again to buy new product. Because there are new items that come in every day. Imagine you stock in your Nokia phone for how many years ago because of the price, today, who will still buy Nokia from you? That is a problem. Because every day you see things changes, new product comes to the market. A lot of things getting changes. And you stock everything in the store just to ensure that you are trying to actualize your profit. You don't want to reduce the price. And if people does not patronize you, you look for what to bring. No, the fault is you fail to strategize. And that is why when it comes to cost leadership strategy, you say when a company tries to be the cheapest producer in this industry, so the goal is to sell at lower prices than competitors and still make a profit. Let's look at the concept. The other name we can call it is what we call the budget bust strategy. Why do we call cost leadership strategy a budget bust strategy? Because it is a name that whenever you hear about cost leadership strategy, it begins to ring in your ear. It comes to your mind. When it comes to budget bust strategy, it's a new and simplified term used to describe a cost leadership strategy where a business becomes the leader in offering the lowest prices in its market without compromising on basic quality. Whenever you hear the budget bust strategy, what comes to your mind? Lowest price, the cheapest product, or a cheapest company that offers the cheapest product. That is what comes to your mind. Budget bust strategy. When the company becomes a leader in offering the lowest prices in its market without compromising on basic quality, it means the company becomes the boss of low prices, winning over customers by selling products or services cheaper than others while still making profit. The goal is you are selling your product, you are selling your goods, your items to customers. You're winning a lot of customers, but you're still making profit. That is the most important thing. Not that you're running loss, you're still making profit, but you're attracting more customers, you're attracting more clients. We call it budget bust strategy. It is a concept that I can use to describe cost leadership strategy. Let's look at the features of budget bust strategy. Please, if I'm too fast, let me know. I try to be slow. Number one, low production cost. Low production cost. Uses affordable raw materials or cheapest and cheaper method. When you try to consider the cost leadership strategy, what really comes to your mind is low production cost. That means you will try to use any available material that is very affordable or a cheaper method for the production process. Number two, affordable prices. Offer prices that attract budget-conscious customer. That means no matter what the customer wants, whenever they come to your organization or to your company, they have a budget. So be it the middle class, high class level, or the lower class level, you have a budget for all customers. They can easily afford, and they can easily get what you want and what you have. High volume of sales. You sell to more people to make up for small profit per item. Imagine you bought a phone, which is this phone, at the rate of 100,000 naira. And you just sell the phone. Instead of you to sell the phone for 150,000 to making 50,000 profit per item. And you decided to sell this phone like 10 at the rate of 120,000 each. Do you know what I've done so far? You've already gotten about 200,000 naira for the 10 phones. So why keep it in the store? Just because you want to make a profit of 50,000 per item. Or something people are eager to buy from you at the rate of 120, and you can be getting 20,000 on top as a profit. That is why we say you sell more and make more profit than when you sell small items or make small profit per item. I keeping this phone for store for like 3 to 4 months, 5 months. Yes, nobody buy it because I'm looking forward to just sell it at the rate of 150,000. So within 3 to 4 months, I only sell one. So one of these, I only got 50,000 naira for selling just one. After 4 months or 5 months, why didn't I just sell like 10 of these within just 1 day or 2 days and make 200,000 a profit? That is it. But today, in the business era or in the marketing era, community society where we are, people are after high level of profit. high level of profit. So they don't care if business just remain like that. And that's why they complain that things are not going well. You don't stock things in the store. When you buy goods, you buy items, please sell them out and get a new product. Make your profit gradually and you stay going. That is what the features of budget board strategy is all about. Number 4, simple product, so service delivery. It keeps things basic and avoids losing at home. Little you do, but things keep going. You're progressing. You're moving forward gradually. And that is exactly what budget board strategy is all about. As a business person, a management student, I expect you to re-strategize your life, your business, your organizations. Sometimes review your prices, the price of items. Review them. Look at the economic situations, the market, and the environment you find yourself. Review your prices. Review it. If you don't review it, it will affect you tomorrow. Let's look at the advantages. Now, why do we use the budget board strategy? Calling it budget board strategy is because it helps students and business starters easily remember and relate to the idea of dominating the market through affordable pricing. Imagine a business that becomes the budget boss by offering about affordable prices to win more customers. So once you see budget boss strategy, it just begin to ring in your memory. Wow, these are the company or they give out the best product in affordable price. Once you mention this kind of product, you can call their names. Now, example, Dangote Cement in Africa focuses on producing cement at low cost for the masses.
Yeah.
The question is, I want every one of us to talk. Between Dangote Cement and Boa Cement, for those in Nigeria, which one is more costly? Who want to speak? We have Boa Cement, we have Dangote Cement. Which one do you think is most costly between the two cement? Who want to speak?
Probably they haven't been in a position of buying cement. But don't worry, one day you will build your
I
own
saw Prof.
house.
I think Prof is online. Prof should have idea.
Which idea? I'm not buying any cement.
No, not you. There's another Prof. Okay, Dangote is cheaper, according to
Oh yes,
Gabriel.
oh yes.
Okay.
My mentor is online. Yes, senior professor.
Prof is online.
Yeah,
That's what I was saying.
he will know how to. Professor General
Hello,
Jazz. Yes,
hello.
Yeah.
I know you are building or something. So it's
God
about the cement.
bless you. Actually,
Yes,
when you
it's
talk about cement, it depends on the packages you want. They are good one, they are bad one. Depends on which the best you want. So it depends. Looking at it, the quality matters. For now, the quality of Dangote is okay. The other one also is okay. Depends on your choice and the money available with you.
okay.
Okay.
Yeah.
So he's
Okay.
talking general. That's okay.
Okay. That's good. Thank you, Prof.
Okay,
So
and then somebody is chatting on the chat box. Dangote frustrates competitors. I don't know about that.
okay. We are progressing. Who again? Attempt.
Yes,
Dangote Cement and Boa Cement.
yeah, Mr. Gabriel from the is writing on the chat box. He said Dangote is cheaper, but frustrates
Okay.
the competitors actually. But that story for another day. Yeah,
Okay.
if you apply by what Dr. King is saying, you can see that Dangote has applied exactly what he's talking about. So if other competitors want to also join the group, probably he will not be frustrating any competitors. So it depends. I
Thank
mean,
you. So
based
number
on the
2,
situation,
Jumia.
based on the situation in the country.
I also have an example, sir.
Okay.
Concerning these airfields, when they started traveling to London directly, they brought the price down, which actually affects the competitor as well.
Okay. Yes. So that's a good example as well, because I think I was
Thank
aware
you.
of that.
Thank you.
Dangote
I
is
think we
common
are
for
moving forward.
everyone. Yes.
Okay.
Yeah,
Omotola say Dangote is common for everyone. You see, it's
exactly.
not about common.
Exactly.
It's not about common. It's about the strategy.
Yeah, that
It's
is
about the
using.
strategy. Yeah, it's about the strategy. And that is where the budget boss strategy comes in. Now, number two, Jumia, online shopping platform. Sometimes Jumia always use the word Black Friday. You see, Black Friday, anytime Jumia announce Black Friday, every one of us will keep money, be saving money ahead of Black Friday. Why? You see that Black Friday, what they usually sell like 500 naira, they can reduce it to like 30% discount,
Okay.
40% discount. Why do they do that? Because they want to sell it in bulk and still make profit. They call it budget boss strategy. Sometimes offers lower prices to attract bargain hunters. They do that. They do that. That is Jumia. So another people can also consider is Walmart. Known for worldwide fall, everyday low prices. Are you seeing it? So people are using this strategy to make a lot of sales and make profit. But some of us who are still ignorant of it, that is why we keep complaining every day, there's no market, there's no market. Look, it doesn't matter where you are. You might be in Lagos and be supplying goods in River State, Port Harcourt. You might be in Lagos and be supplying goods to Calabar across river. It's all about your items, the way you package it, and the price involved. Do you understand? That is budget boss strategy. Let's proceed. If I'm too fast, let me know. How it works. How does it work? Reduce production or operation cost, e.g., cheaper materials and simple packaging. Are you seeing the strategy? They reduce the production cost or operation cost, bring out a cheaper material to produce the product, and also make a simple packaging. They use technology to cut expenses. Imagine you want to produce something for millions of people. You are doing it manually. Or something technology can do within just what? 1 to 2 hours. But you want to do manually, it will take you over a month or 2 months. So those are going to cost leadership how to make use of technology. Budget boss strategy. They make use of technology to cut more expenses. 3, sell in large volumes to make up for low prices. Their targeting is large volume, large quantity, supply in large quantity, and cut up, ensure that they meet up with those prices. What is the advantages? It attracts price-sensitive customers. You will see people will be attracted to it to buy. Number 2, can survive price war better. Even when there's a little shift in the market, where we have problems on prices, you can survive and you can stand very well. The disadvantage is small profit per item. Small profit per item. That means you are not making a huge sum of money for each item you sold, but you're making a little profit, which is still good. Competitors may copy your cost strategy. That is what you also know at disadvantage. Once competitors notice that, oh, this is strategy you adopt and it's working for you, they will start doing what? Imitating and copying that strategy to ensure they also work for them. Am I communicating? To ensure they also work for them. That is what you should know. So budget boss strategy, in the conclusion, simply means be the cheapest, sell the more and sell the most, and rule the market on a budget. Be the cheapest, sell the most, and rule the market on a budget. That should be your main focus. You're selling your items, but your focus should be it get across everywhere. Be the cheapest, sell the most, and rule the market on a budget. In Nigeria today, we don't need items that is very high. Nobody will patronize you. Once you begin to mention 20,000, 30,000, people are now asking you, are we eating today? Why should I even buy this? Because the first thing that comes to their mind, they want to survive.
Mm-hmm.
Imagine reducing the price of rice. Imagine reducing the price of beans. Now, a bag of rice today should be like 80 to 90,000 naira, 100,000 naira. Now, why not bring it down to like 50,000? If you're the one producing, watch out what will happen. How many bags of rice will be supplying every blessed day? You can become a millionaire within just a day. There was a business one my boy did recently in Port Harcourt. He was a copper. He served in Ebonyi State. Ebonyi State is a part of one of the 36 states in Nigeria, among 36 states in Nigeria. So he served in Ebonyi State, and as a copper, each time he come to Port Harcourt, because Ebonyi State, they produce rice in Ebonyi State. As of that time last year, December, a bag of rice in Port Harcourt was more than 20,000 naira.
Wow.
But do you know in Ebonyi State, you can get it at the rate of 60,000 naira. So he bought a bag of rice in Ebonyi State, 60,000 naira, and only pay 8,000 naira for Ebonyi State as a transport to Port Harcourt. So the total package is for 4,000 per bag. You pay 4,000 transport for each bag. So that means the total cost of everything is 64,000 naira. When you get to Port Harcourt, instead of you to sell at the rate of 120 or 100,000, you sold it at the rate of 80,000 naira. That means per bag of rice is getting a profit of 16,000 naira. So 16,000 naira, from first market you went, you got about 130,000 profit for just one day. Because there are people that are waiting for such auction price to buy and stock in the store. So this was a strategy this guy adopted. We call it a budget boss strategy. You don't just buy in that cheapest rate and also bring it in the store to say, oh, because I bought it at the rate of 60,000 naira. I'm going to sell it for 120,000 the same way others are selling. It will remain in your store.
Yeah.
It will remain in your store. So you must use your sense. You must use your IQ. That is where the budget boss strategy comes in. Am I communicating?
Yes.
Thank you. Let's look at number 2. Differentiation strategy. Differentiation strategy. This is when a company tries to make a product stand out as unique or better than others. Differentiation strategy. This is when a company tries to make a product stand out as unique or better than others. It is not about being the cheapest, but being different in a way that customer value. You're not looking at the cheapest aspect of it at this point, but you're looking at something that makes you stand out, something that makes you unique. If you want to compare organizations today, now take a look at this. When most of us write JAM and we have to enroll to university, the questions that begin to come to our mind, oh, do I need to go to this university, federal university or private university? Because, oh, some people will say private university is okay, but it's very expensive. While some also say state university is okay because they don't go to strike. While some people will say federal university is cheapest, but the issue of Nigeria strike might affect you. That means the cost you have to study for like 3 to 4 years, you might be there till 5 to 6 years. So you begin to look at it. Now, if you're the owner of the university as a private, what can you do to be unique? What can you do to stand out among others? To attract quality students. That is what we call differentiation strategy. The idea for this is be special, not cheap. Be special, not cheap. Not that your product is cheap, no. But what you are looking for is the brand reputation. The uniqueness of the brand. When you mention Yes You Can International, what comes to your mind? Mentorship, mindset. Mindset. You don't need to be told. If you want to orientate, you have a friend of yours come to you to say, my friend, I would like to do a training on leadership or mentorship. Once such person tells you something like that, what comes to your mind? Please, go to Yes You Can International, they will train you. They are good at that because they have set themselves as a standard. They are making themselves unique. That is a brand. So when it comes to differentiation strategy, you're looking at something that makes you stand out among others. Let's look at the concept. Stand out star strategy. Stand out star strategy. That means it becomes a brand. Brands become a star by standing out with a unique maybe design, quality, customer service, or brand story. I keep telling people, if you're a fashion designer, after sewing the clothes for your customer, please customize your bag. Put a name to your bag. That name represents you. Package it very well. You can as well cause your laundry person to wash the clothes, iron it, package it, make it unique. Then go and deliver to your customer. They will say, oh, wow, this is beautiful. Thank you. What makes it unique among others? We call it stand out star strategy. That is differentiation strategy. Some people today, let me tell you one of the problems that people are facing. Why building logo? Why building logo of your brand, logo of your company? You don't just see other people's logo and copy and put your name to surround it. Every color has interpretation.
Yeah.
Every color has interpretation.
Interpretation.
Every symbol, every icon has its own interpretation. So what does the logo of your company, what information is it passing across to people out there? When you design a flyer and you give it to a graphic designer to design flyer for you, you have right to tell the person, look, this is my brand. You can make a design very unique way, but don't deviate from this particular word, brand. That is what makes you stand out. Not today they will see red design. Tomorrow, another flyer they will see blue. Next tomorrow they will see white. The other day they will see black. Come, that is not differentiation though. Differentiation simply means what makes you stand out. For weddings of business management and leadership, purple is our brand. Whatever we do, we still center on purple. All our design, everything, if you like use any of the color mix up together, you must still come back to purple. If it does not come back to purple, then you miss out. So when you design, quality and customer service delivery is very important. Most of the time, we don't know how to at least appreciate our customer, our client. How will customer come to the office to buy something from you and you cannot put a smile on your face? Your customer come to the office to greet you. You can't put a smile, you burn your face. You don't even allow, in fact, what trespass from your house. You don't take it to a business place that it should reflect from your physical look. That people begin to feel the emotion to say, what is happening to Prof? What went wrong? What is the problem? So the way you treat your customer, that is differentiation. The way you tell story about your brand, that is differentiation. And that's why we call it stand out star strategy. What makes you unique? Be special, but not cheap. Am I communicating?
Yes.
Example. When you talk about Apple, look at it. What comes to your mind when it comes to Apple? Stylish, innovative, and user-friendly devices. When it comes to Coca-Cola, what comes to your mind? Brand loyalty and emotional what? Marketing. When it comes to GT Bank, known for excellent digital banking in Nigeria. Now the next question is there any bank in Nigeria that you think can compete with GT Bank or is doing more effectively than GT Bank? Anyone can try? Is there any bank in Nigeria you feel that the bank is doing excellently, that is more better in their service and customer relation than GT Bank? Anyone can try? We are all bankers. Please unmute yourself.
Bankers on my platform, please unmute yourself and respond. I know we have so many banks in Nigeria because I'm also transacting so many to so many. So we have the
So who can try? We all have bank. We have
Dr.
bank accounts
Motola,
in different
you
banks.
don't have
Most of
bank?
these banks are already offering services to you. So how do you able to measure their services? You know, some
Yeah.
bank, you will transfer money, they will debit you. Yeah, the money
Yeah.
will not go. And it will take it long time before you get the reverse.
Yeah.
So people will complain. Some bank, their network will keep complaining, network shut down, this and that. So do you know of any bank you think is more powerful than GT Bank in Nigeria? Anyone can try? Nobody.
Yeah. Mr. Gabriel, you want to try? I'm sure you are all using different banks. You are not all of you are using GT. So you need to be proud of the
Please,
bank
sir,
you are
come again
using.
with the question, sir.
Okay.
Okay.
Come on, Isaac. Isaac, you want to say something? What to you, sir?
Okay, I think Dr. Motala is asking a question. Okay.
I think all the banks are trying their own best, but my bank as well, I use GTB. They are
Okay.
trying, and also use FCMB. So I also use UBA. But I think they are trying. I think GTB are trying. They are trying. They're very good bank. Their service is the best.
So out of the 3 banks you are using, which one do you think is standout?
For the quality service, talking of the quality service, I think GTB try. They
Okay.
try for their quality service and
Okay.
follow by the FCMB.
FMB.
Yes.
Good.
Yes.
Okay.
Followed by the
Any
FCMB.
other person that can challenge that? Okay.
Hello.
Hello.
Okay,
You want to talk of your bank from Kenya, please?
Yes. we have many banks, but there is always a bank that's my favorite. It's called Kenya Commercial Bank.
Okay,
I have used it
Kenya Commercial Bank.
I've used it now for almost 20 years. But their services are very nice. They are using they're up to date with technology.
Okay.
Thank you, sir.
All right. Dr. Motala is texting on the chat box.
Okay, let me read. Okay, mine is open. and
And
I
I
love
think
this service of other banks.
I think I second that one because in terms of online bank, Opay is to me so that is what we use as a YYCI. So I think because it's online bank. So
Okay, that's good. Thank you very much. You all try. Now, how does it work? Innovate or design product in a unique way. That's what we talk. We talk about differentiation. Innovate or design product in a unique way. Use strong branding and marketing. Use strong branding and marketing. Offer excellent customer service. Offer excellent customer service. Now, look at this question. Some of us here, I think we are using iPhone, and some of us are using Samsung phone. Between Samsung and iPhone, which one do you think is the best? And why? Between Samsung and iPhone, which one do you consider the best and why?
which one is the iPhone? Which one? Okay. Back to bank. I think Isaac said FCMB, GTB, and USA. Okay, we've mentioned that already. What's the next one, sir?
Between Samsung and iPhone, which one do you consider the best and why? iPhone user and Samsung user.
I think I consider Samsung because of their quality service. When their phone have issue, automatically they will change it for you. If you go to their office, they will change it for you immediately.
Okay.
Okay. Who want to counter that?
iPhone and because I use well, I started using iPhone for a long time until I switched to Samsung.
Okay.
So I can know the difference between the iPhone and the Samsung. I mean the Android. We call that Android platform. When it comes to Samsung, when it comes to iPhone, they are more secured than Android, in a sense that right from the beginning of their packaging, they have done their research and they have put in place a package that you don't necessarily have to be looking for security, because anything happens. I would say, for example, now, when we came to Nigeria, we came with the iPad to Nigeria, and that is also part of the iPhone and Apple products. But because we mess up with this, even though it is ours, that iPad is ours, we bought it. But because we mess up with the password, I mean, by the time we came back to UK, unfortunately, we couldn't use that iPad anymore because there's some questions that we need to answer. And this is the iPad that we've bought for more than 3 or 4 years. And even when you answer those questions, there are still some other things that they want you to put in place. So on the other hand, I mean, at the end of it all, they said, okay, the only thing they can do is help us with that iPad if we want to use it, but they have to inscribe, is that what they call it? Inscribe every document or every product or every files that you have already stored on that iPad. So to me, iPhone is more, when it comes to security, iPhone. But when it comes to Android, Android is more flexible and anyone can use it. iPhone is a little bit complicated to me now after using both. But Android, I would prefer to go for Android, which is Samsung. I think that is
Okay,
my
thank you, ma'am. So now we have iPhone, we have Samsung phone. I've taught us on what we call cost leadership strategy, and I've also said something on differentiation strategy.
Yeah.
Now, between iPhone and Samsung, between the two, where do you think they fall under between the cost leadership differentiation strategy? Which one will you place under either iPhone? Is it going to cost leadership, or is it going to differentiation? Or Samsung, is it going for cost leadership, or is it going for differentiation?
I think
can try?
iPhone, I think right from the beginning, iPhone, we always go for cost leadership.
Okay, because it's cheap.
iPhone, we always go for cost leadership.
Okay. Why
Because
Samsung go for differentiation?
yes, because they just want to stand out. So anything to control their cost, they will do. All right. I leave all the other answers. The floor should be able to contribute. Me, I'm out of this discussion.
Beautiful. It is costly.
Okay.
Now,
Good morning, sir.
iPhone, in fact, just for me to change the screen of iPhone, they told me 150,000 for small. Sorry, Samsung.
Of course.
Samsung is very expensive. In fact, a little mistake you make about Samsung, just prepare your money. So
for
Samsung is not about, it's not cheap, but they make their product stand out. That is differentiation.
Yes,
now,
it's true. Yes. It's true. Yes. You are right.
Charge higher prices because people see value.
It's true.
That is what differentiation strategy is all about. Charge higher prices because people see value. When you do something and people see value in what you do, they will pay you times what you expected. It's also applicable to you as individual. When you add value to yourself, they cannot price you peanut. But when you are not valued, they will price you as if you are how do they call it? You used to mow block, or you are wheelbarrow pusher, 10 naira, 20 naira. But hardly they can price someone that is highly skillful, highly talented. You know what you do. You know your what. Now, that is why even when you go to interview, you will see the interviewer will ask you, what do you think is your what? Now you think they will pay you. How much do you think they should pay you? Now you begin to see yourself. As a fresh graduate, I think I can start with 100,000 naira. That means 100,000 is your what?
Mm.
Do you understand the point? That is your level of understanding at that moment. But if your brain is expand enough, you have initiative, you have ideas. Even
Yes.
1 million naira per month is too small to pay you.
Into that,
Even 1 million naira per month. Okay,
let
Prof,
me
you want to say something?
Yes, please. Let me, because you talk about this phone, and I mean, I've come to aware of that because I remember when I was in school doing my my first degree, and we were comparing both iPhone and Android. The only thing I know, like you said, the only thing I know is that it comes to a stage that Samsung has more ideas than iPhone. And even there was a time that as expensive as iPhone, they tried to steal Samsung's ideas. And that cost them a lot of money when they reached when they went to court. So you can see that when you differentiate and then you also empower your employees, employees, it makes sense because you empower them not only to work, but to gain multiple ideas. So that's what I just want to add to that.
Thank you. So we say charge higher prices because people see value, then build loyal customers.
Yeah.
Disadvantages are: one, higher cost of production because the amount of money they use to produce the quality of the material is high. Imitation by competitors. These are what you should see. That everybody would like to be like you. They want the product to stand out. So just get ready that you will see a lot of competitors coming in to ensure that they package their product, package their material, stand out to ensure that they compete with you. Number three, focus strategy. Focus strategy. This is when a company chooses to serve a specific group of people or market segment instead of trying to serve everyone. Now, when it comes to focus strategy, the aim is to ensure that you have a particular set of people that you targeted your product to. Not everybody. Are you looking at children? Are you looking at babies? Are you looking at teenagers? Are you looking at the youth? Are you looking at the women, the adult? Or is it for only male product or female product? Or are you looking at lecturers? Are you looking at managing directors in a company, organizations? So you targeted a particular product, a particular set of people. We call it focus strategy. So people build their product, their items, and focus on a particular group of individuals. What is the key idea for this? Pick your lane and dominate it. The key idea, pick your lane and dominate in that area. It's just like when you are being asked, what is your fee? What do you study in university? And you open my tell someone, oh, I'm a human resource manager. That means in that area of human resource management, you are expected to be an expert. You're expected to be a boss. It's not you to say you are a human resource manager. You are an engineer. You are a lawyer. You are a this. Look, you cannot. You can't do it. You can't do it. So you must able to focus on a particular area to say this is what you want to dominate. We call it focus strategy. And in this area, we have two types of focus strategy. The first one, what we call the cost focus. The cost focus, serving a niche market at a low cost. Serving a niche market at a low cost. That means you already have a group of people, but you are serving them in a very cheapest way. Then number two, differentiation focus. Serving a niche market with a unique features. With a unique features. That means you make your product stand out. You make your product unique, your brand very unique. But you are serving a particular group of people with that unique product. It's not for everybody. Let's look at it. That is what we call it, the niche master plan. The AMP is a modern, simplified term for a focused strategy, where a business targets a very specific group of customers. That's in, and becomes the best at serving their unique needs. It means a business chooses a small corner of the market, not everyone. Choosing a small corner of the market, not everyone, and becomes a specialist in that area, offering exactly what that group wants, better than anyone else. Offering exactly what that group wants, better than anyone else. Now take a look at this. For those of you who are female, if they ask you now, you want to plait your hair, or your friend, a friend of yours asks you, I want to make my hair, where can I go? You already know a better salon within your area you think you can recommend. Why? Because you think those people specialize and they are good at this particular hairstyle. In the salon, not every barber can barb all hairstyle. And not every stylist that can make all hair. The same thing to fashion design. You see some fashion design will tell you, I only make female clothes, but I cannot make a male clothes. And even the female clothes, there are certain clothes they cannot make, like wedding gown. There are people who specialize in wedding gown.
Yes.
There are people who specialize in wedding gown. Now, the convocation gown that Wedding Institute use, not every tailor or fashion designer that can sew convocation gown. Just few people. In fact, you will walk around and ask people who can sew this for me. They say, oh, I don't do this one though. Who can sew this? I don't do this one. So there are people who specialize in convocation gown.
Yeah, specialty.
Applicable to suit. Note, there are people who specialize in suit. And they will give you the best suit. But you see those who have no knowledge or idea about suit, you ask them to sew suit for you, they will give you coat. That is why you must understand that focus group is about having a particular target of individuals in mind and focus your items on them. Let's look at the features of the NMP. Targeted audience focuses on a specific group, e.g., it might be a single mom. It might be a single mom, if that is your target. It might be a tech startup. It might be farmers. It might be any set of people. So when you're offering product, you have to look at this particular group of people. Who are the people I'm offering my service to? Who are the people that I think this product is good for them? Not everyone will patronize you. There are people who are interested in what you do. So you must package your product to ensure that you focus on those group of people. Then 2, tailor product, so services. Customize what is offered to meet the exact needs of that group. Customize the product, customize your items, your goods to meet the exact needs of the group of people that requested for it. 3, less competition. Fewer businesses are serving that same small market. So you cannot see that in the area of that your market, your product, the goods you're offering, only few people who are good in that area, not everybody. Not everybody. Number 4, customer loyalty. People in the inn feel understood and stay loyal. They feel understood and stay loyal. So your destiny is not for everybody. You have a specific focus, a group of people that you're after. Now, let me also use health aspect as a practical example. You know, in health or medical science, we have doctors, nurses that specialize in different areas. Different areas. Not all doctors that can do operations or carry out surgery. So there are people who specialize in that area. When it's come to eyes too, we have people that specialize in eyes. And that is why if something happens to you, you have eyes problem, there's a particular doctor they can recommend you to. Hey, go and meet social doctor. That is his area. We call it focus group. Example, a fashion brand that only makes clothes for plus size women. Their own are plus size women that is very big. Very big. They have all sizes of clothes for them. That is the area of specialization. A school that specializes in children with learning disabilities. You see that when you have this kind of business, this kind of product, you will just have a little competitors. Because not everyone that can come in line with that business with you, they can't, because one, they may not have that skill, the knowledge to able to compete with you in this area. So you are just on your own, doing the business and making your profit. A school that specializes in children with learning disabilities. Number three, a restaurant that only serves vegan or halal meals. If you go to Lagos State today, there's some kind of food you'll be asking and you cannot get it. Why? Because probably you are not from that tribe. Maybe what is good in Niger Delta, except you see an Igbo person that is producing such food there. So how do you see some certain things you're looking for? Applicable when a Ghanaian come to Nigeria and say, I'm looking for Ghanaian rice. Where can I buy Ghana rice? In Nigeria. You cannot see that not all Nigerian supermarket that you can see Ghanaian rice. So there are people who specialize in selling those items. A tech firm that provides cybersecurity only for law firms, we call it a focus group. Why do we use the term master plan? It helps students and entrepreneurs visualize a smart, intentional plan to rule a small, well-defined market instead of getting lost in a big, crowded market. So when you just hear AMP, what comes to your mind? Serving a unique way and become what? Their goal brand. Having a particular set of people in mind. Imagine a small tailor who makes only wedding gowns for plus-size what? Brides. That is a niche master plan, focusing on one group and become the best at it. You're focusing on one group and become the best of it from what you do. How does it work? Understand your choosing group very well. Understand your choosing group very well. It's just that before you start a market, they say do a market survey. That means able to enter the market, ask questions, find out what they want. So you must understand your choosing group. This particular product I'm offering, who are the people that are in need of this product? Build products that meet their specific needs. Build products that meet their specific needs. Avoid wasting resources on trying to serve everyone. That is the problem. Avoid wasting resources on trying to serve everyone. Advantages: less competition. When you have a focus group, you make a product very unique, you will see that you don't have much competition or more competitors competing with you in this same business. Strong brand loyalty within the niche. Disadvantages: the risk if that market becomes too small. It is risky if the market becomes too small. Then larger competitors may either enter the market later. That is where the problem comes from. So many competitors will be coming. Wow, I saw what this person is doing. I want to join him. I saw this. I want to join him. I want to be part of it. So many competitors. Look at what happened today. As of 2010, 2011, we only have a few NGOs in Nigeria, and there was a lot of grant. But people were just focusing on NGO. In fact, when it comes to NGO, we call it humanitarian service. And people are making it. Climate change, environmental climate. Today, almost everybody wants to open NGO. Everybody wants to open NGO. All churches want to have NGO. Every individual wants to have NGO. So the question is, where will you see grant? Because everybody is in need of grant. Everybody is in need of grant. So you see the problem. Where will you not see grant? So larger competitors may later enter into the market. That is one of the disadvantages of focus group. Can we proceed? Can we proceed?
Yes, we can.
Thank you. Let's look at the comparison. Look at the table. We have the strategy, cost leadership, differentiation, and the focus. Now, that was the strategy, which is cost leadership. We call it, the main focus is the lowest cost. Price level is low. Target market is for who? Everyone.
Everyone.
Example, you can use Jumia or Walmart. Talk about the differentiation. Comparison, they have a unique product, which is the main focus. The price level is very high because of value. Target market is broad. It might be everyone, but not everyone. Just people who can afford. Example, Apple, Coca-Cola. Number 3, focus. The main focus is each market. Low or high. That means they might sell it low, they may also sell it high. The target market, narrow, specific. That means they have a particular group of people that they focus on, not everybody. Example, a local designer or what? Tesla. So you cannot see that looking at a business level strategy, understand these 3 key elements is going to help you. And you have to know the area of your interest. Are you a cost leadership, or you focus on differentiation, or your interest is on focus strategy? At the end of the class, you will determine which one that best fits your organizations, also suit you as an individual. Why these strategies matters? Helps businesses make better decisions about pricing, customers, and competitions. Avoid wasting resources on trying to be everything to everyone. That is why we say that you can't be everywhere at the same time. Builds a strong identity that customers can relate to. Build a strong identity that customers can relate to. Why? That is why these strategies are very important. Don't miss these strategies carelessly. Like question someone can say, can I have the 3 at the same time? Can I be cost leadership strategy, differentiation, and also focus what? Good. Only you, Abba. Can you run it? Don't miss them. Trying to do all 3 strategies at once often lead to what? Confusion. That is called being stuck in the middle. That's at the point where you begin to confuse. What can I do? What can I do? Because I noticed at the end of this class, someone asked me to adopt the 3 methods. So adopting the 3 methods, it will get to a point where you will stuck at the middle and you will confused. So it's better you choose one that you think it works best for you than for you to choose the 3 that is going to affect you, or choose the 2 that you cannot meet up. So in conclusion, focus on any of the strategy that you consider best, favorable, and you think you can do very well in this particular area. Thank you very much. And I will now entertain any questions if there are any. If there's any questions. If there's any questions.
Yeah, no question for me.
Dr. Samina.
Actually, you know, when you in your slides, now I understand, because when I was answering question before regarding Apple and Samsung, I didn't really understand the cost leadership. So, but now that you've explained it clearly, I now understand it better. Thank you so much.
Thank you, ma'am.
Any question?
Can we get a note comparing this class?
I would rather prefer doctor to explain it than to send notes, because you can get better understand. What do you think, sir? Ambassador King David. No, I would rather prefer you to just re-explain it again for Princess Victoria to understand instead of notes.
Now, this is what I say. The comparison table explained everything. Let me do a quick overview. I just have a few minutes, remain 5 minutes, and I say something. The target is what we call business level strategies, which is cost leaderships, differentiation, and focus group. And we define a business level strategy as the way a company competes in a particular market. It's like choosing a game. Like I make an example that 2 football teams or 2 football clubs going for a football match, Man United and Chelsea. So all of them, they are competing. I want to win. I want to win. I want to win. We call it a business level strategy, a situation whereby you do everything possible for you to emerge the winner. So in business, whatever you do to emerge the winner, that is the strategy you adopt. We call it a business level strategy. I say in a simple words, it's like answering this question: how do I make my product, my service more attractive to customers than others? How can I go about making my product, my service, my business very unique, outstanding to customers than others? And that is why we say, look at the business level strategy. We have 3 levels, which is the cost leadership, differentiation, and focus group. And I said the cost leadership, it is when a company tries to sell something in the cheapest way and still make profit. Instead of you to keep items in the stock, you buy something 15 naira, want to sell it more than 15 naira. No, you can buy something 15 naira and sell it 16 naira. That 10 naira on top is our profit. You make a little profit, but not for you to say you want to make ×3 of the same principal you bought for that items. We call it cost leadership strategy, where a business company or owner try to sell the product in a very cheaper way and still make profit. That means you did not lose, but you make a profit in the business. And the word you can use, we call it be cheap or sell more. Be cheap or sell more. That is the idea. Your product is cheap, but you're selling more. Or you can also call it a budget bust strategy. A budget bust strategy is a name you can use to replace what we call a cost leadership strategy. To rush, I talk about the features: low production cost, affordable pricing, high volume sales, simple product to service delivery. Okay, then the differentiation strategy. As a differentiation strategy means you make your product stand out as unique or better than others. It is not about being the cheapest, but being different in a way that customers value. For the cost leadership strategy, the focus is selling cheap while you're making small profit. But for differentiation, you're not looking at being selling cheap. You're looking at making your product stand out, making it unique, making your brand unique, more attractive. And that is why we say the key idea behind this is be special, not cheap. Be special, not cheap. The new concept is stand out star strategy. You make yourself unique. You make your product stand out. In fact, people are asking you, oh, you want to buy this, you can make a reference. Just like we ask a question, between iPhone and Samsung, which one do you prefer? People say they prefer what? iPhone. One, maybe because of cost of maintenance. But Samsung, with the high quality, you can't go for it. And you are going for Samsung, you know that it's very expensive. That is differentiation strategy because of the value. Then the third one, we call it focus strategy. I say this is when a company chooses to serve a specific group of people or market segment instead of trying to serve everyone. You look at a particular set of people and serve them. I make an example and say this can also be divided into 2: cost focus or differentiation focus. And I give an example. As imagine a fashion brand that only makes clothes for plus-size women. Their focus or target group is those big women. They make clothes for them. A school that specializes in children with learning disabilities, that is their area. And okay, in the state where you are, if they ask you how many disability school you have or you know within your area, you will find out that it will not even up to 5. But ask about other schools. So many schools around your area, but how many disability schools? That is the question. So we call it a focus group. People specialize in this area, and they are doing very well. Number 3, a restaurant that only serves vegan or halal meals. Not everywhere you can see this. There are people who specialize on this area, and there are people who also eat this special food. So they know where to get from. Then the last, a tech firm that provides cybersecurity only for law firms. That is why we call it a focus group. Finally, and I give a comparison table here. Say for cost leadership, the main focus is lowest cost, the price level low, target market broad is for everyone. Example, Jumia or Walmart. That of the differentiation, the main focus is unique product, price level high. It's also broad, but not for everyone. Like Apple, Coca-Cola, if you have the money, you can go for it, but don't have the money, it's not for everyone. Then the focus group, which is the niche market, the price level, low or high. That means even while you're having a focus group, your price might be lower, your price might also be what? Higher. It might be low or high. So it depends on anyone you prefer. Narrow, that means the target market is not for everybody. A little segment or a particular set of people that you have in mind. Example, a local designer or a Tesla. This is where we stop. And thank you once again. This is the assignment. Please look at this assignment. Pick a local business, e.g., a hair salon, a poultry farm, or a mobile phone store. Between these three, at least choose one. Between these three, choose one. It might be a hair salon, poultry farm, or a mobile phone. Choose one. Question: what strategy is the business using? Are you going to use the cost strategy, differentiation, or focus strategy? Then 2, give 2 reasons for your answer. 3, suggest one way you can improve the strategy. Suggest one way you can improve the strategy. I think any other thing? Any other question or any contribution?
Okay, to all my amazing students and leaders on the platform, this is the time to quickly ask your question because I think Dr. King might be leaving as soon as possible. So any question quickly? Any question? Do you have any question? Do you have any question? If not, then we can finish up with our first lecture. Any other question, Dr. Samina?
I think, Prof, okay, Prof, let me do this.
Yeah.
Dr. Omotola, yeah, can you unmute your mic? Can you hear me?
Okay, Dr. Motala.
Can you hear me?
Dr. Motala.
Okay, Princess Victoria Godwin, can you hear me?
I can hear you, sir.
Okay, yeah. Among the 3 concepts that we just mentioned, which one do you think is work for you more and why? Among the differentiation,
leadership, differentiation, and
which
focus.
one do you think is work for you and why?
I think differentiation works for me because it's good for you to have a different price in the product of your goods. I think that works more for me.
When we say differentiation, please don't misunderstand me. When I say differentiation, I did not say different in prices. No, I'm talking about quality of the service delivery. Stand out for your product. Hope you don't misunderstood me. When I say differentiation, yes, I'm not saying placing different prices for product. No, what I mean is making your product outstanding. What makes it unique compared to others? Is that understood?
Okay, the packaging of the product. Yes, sir, I understand it.
Thank you. Gabriel.
Thank you.
Gabriel, Michael. Gabriel, can you hear me? Gabriel, can you hear me?
Yeah. Dr. King David.
Okay, ma. Good morning, ma.
Good morning. Very good lecture. And pick a local business. Poultry farm, hair salon, mobile phone. Business. Means what we have to do with this? What
if you are using
we
a mobile
have to
phone
do?
store, yes, what strategy is the business using? So you choose either a cost leadership, differentiation, or focus, and give the reason why you are choosing that.
Okay. Give the reason for your answer. Okay, why? Okay. So just one way that can improve this strategy.
Yes.
Okay. Okay. Yeah, it's a wonderful Today's topic was very good, and you explained it very well. And look at us, how we can solve it, and maybe we can able to satisfy you. You have worked very hard on this lecture, and they are very attractive. Poultry farm, hair salon, and you explained it well. But now it's upon us that how we will satisfy you. Thank you so much, sir.
Thank you, ma.
God bless you.
Amen, ma. So, Prof, over to you, Prof.
All right. Thank you so much for this amazing lecture that we have received this morning. And we want to say thank you on behalf of Appleton Private University and YY.CI International Academy. We want to express our gratitude to Ambassador Dr. King David in a special way. Why? Every Monday since we started, since May, he has never stopped. And he's been giving us quality teaching. I've learned a lot from what is every day is choosing his topic that resonates with management and leadership. And I believe that if we take action with his teaching, our management, our leadership, even how we do business will be different. So thank you for these quality informations that you've shared with us. And we really appreciate you, sir. Thank you so much. So for the assignment, please, everyone should start doing their assignments. Some people have really, probably because they are busy or something like that. So that is why they've not been, but please, your assignment is very important that you submit. And Dr. King David, I believe that Dr. Motola and Ambassador Lucas are getting in touch with you privately regarding their paper research. Okay, so hopefully those one will be done as soon as possible. So any other things that you want to share with us before you leave? Because I know today, Monday, is a very busy day for you.
That's fine. I'm okay.
All right.
Thank you very much. So far, so good. All the papers and everything we capture in the book of abstract. So those ones that also made some mistake, I've told them to make some corrections and send to me. So at least the deadline is on before 15th of this month. I should get all the final corrections so that can run up everything I needed to do. Thank you, everyone. Thank you for having me. I think I just have 2 classes remain. I will try my best to run all the 2 sessions before we call it over.
Yes, because we don't want it to disturb your concentration on big event that is coming up on the 30th, on the last week of July. So we do appreciate you. So if you can cover those 2 sections, that's fine. And if you think that it's going to be a big challenge, just let me know.
I will.
Okay.
I will.
Okay.
Have a lovely day. Take care.
I'm going to miss the dinner because now you have making my mouth to be watery because you can't send any of this wine and drinks and these drinks and food. You can't send it to me. That cannot be factual. So I'm gonna miss that. Okay, don't worry. We still have plenty of time to work together. Okay. Thank you so much, sir. Okay, now let's move on. We've really